boasted he could end it in 24 hours and never understood the complexity of the issues at stake, nevertheless could have already brought this to an end by doing a couple of very important things. Number one, end all further aid, military aid to the Ukrainians. Now people say, "Oh my God, how could you do that?" Well, you can do it. If you want to stop the dying, stop the aid. So the first thing you do, and that means no more cash. And we estimate about a third or more of all the cash that we've sent into Ukraine, and probably the same amount of military equipment, has ended up being sold on the black market. Remember, Ukraine is one of the most corrupt countries in the world. So you have battalion commanders in the Ukrainian army, along with brigade commanders and others, and generals and colonels, stuffing cash into their pockets at the expense of the Ukrainian people. And they continue to pretend that they have 100% manning or 90% manning in many units, when in fact they're below 50%. They haven't reported all the dead because, frankly, the Ukrainian state doesn't want to have to pay the widows and orphans. And at the same time, that means that the pay for these dead Ukrainian soldiers continues to arrive, and that pay then goes into the pockets of the officers. I mean, the corruption is horrendous. The other thing that we needed to do was to get all of the Americans in or out of uniform out of Ukraine. And that's something that President Trump could have done as well. But President Trump has turned out to be the sort of person who is much more of a politician than anybody gave him credit for being. He likes to be a little bit pregnant. In other words, he really doesn't want to bring the child to term. He just wants to be a little bit pregnant, look pregnant, but ultimately not produce the baby. So he has been unwilling to take the kind of decisive action to end the war that's needed. And of course,